Hello there and greetings. So, together we're going to dip, for the very first time for real, for me at least, into the Archon Prophecy DLC. Because so far I was really just skimming the content. For tonight's stream we're going to try out the new culture and see what we are going to do there. I'm going to go for a random realm. Just need to set up some technical details in the background while I'm talking. I'm almost done. And we're going to create a culture together from the new ones, and let's see where tonight's gaming will bring us. I will play on hard difficulty, so things are intermediate AI wise. I mean, brutal difficulty exists, but I find it too tedious to digest, or in different words, I don't really have the time budget for it. It's a fun game mode when you can afford to invest so much time. Anyways, we're going to go for 4 enemies, hard difficulty like I said. I keep the traits normal, and let's see what the unknown realm has in store for us today.
Starts here.
Create a faction,
What is your
and
people's form?
I haven't read anything about the architect culture, and therefore, well, let's see, defensive tactics, adaptable, fast recuperation. We're gonna go with humans because
What
they
is
are...
your origin culture?
I have so far no clue what we're going to do here. I mean, these guys look pretty Hellenistic to me, so I guess formation fighting. These guys are shield troops, sharp troops, archers, supporters, mages? We'll see. So, well, I feel like necromancy. You guys too? Anybody feeling like necromancy? I bet that there's at least one person right now watching,
What defines their
vibing
society?
hard for me taking necromancy. So let's take the aspect of shadow to fix something here. Oh, my fingernails broke. Okay. Oh, cool. Look at that. The shield on
What
this
is your
guy.
origin
Boom.
culture?
Nice. Materium sounds cool too. I saw a couple of really nice tricks for tanking, but no, I want to go. I want to go all in tonight for the new necromancy because I saw some really cool things on the horizon. So let's see. Mana channelers was the one for more experience on these magic origin units. That should be nice. And, well, why not runesmiths? Or chosen uniters. Vassalize them. Nah. Vassalization doesn't really fit to a necromancy
Choose your
thing.
first tome of magic.
Hey, poet, welcome. So, let's see. Tome of Necromancy. Couple of things have changed for the necromancers. Necrotic projectiles now is something that applies also to archers. Previously, exclusively for mages, so this is really good news. And yeah, let's see what the rest is. With the Tome of Necromancy, things are pretty easy. And we're playing a classic Wizard King. And I want to try out the new class, even if the Battlesaint might be not the ideal choice. But I'm very, very tempted to mix Order and Shadow. Sounds like a fun thing to me. Oh, I forgot something. We need to go back to the society traits.
What defines
So,
society?
forget about mana channelers. I want to go for these new vision things. Or, no, forget about runesmiths. No, we stick to smiths. So there's new visions. So let's see. Destiny. Order affinity, peacemakers. Shadow affinity, deathbringers. Deathbringer sounds like something we could be doing. Vision of promise. Order affinity. The promise is a land that must be conquered. A land that must be built. Okay. Vision of ruin. Death will reign. Fun. So, ruin or destiny? These are story elements that we can play. I haven't tried out any of these. Scholars would also fit pretty decently to necromancies. Loop-de-doo. Bring great change to the realm. +1 affinity based to chosen interpretation. Triggers a global effect upon completion. Permanently empower your units on completion. Gain a powerful throne city upon... Okay. So... Vision of Ruin, come on.
Choose your first tome of magic. What is your ruler's origin? Reveal yourself.
So, like I said, Battlesaint might be not the most ideal choice for necromancers, but like I said, I want to try out the new character class. Although, admittedly, there's so much change now everywhere that we could now go for all the other magic classes too. They have been thoroughly reworked. I haven't checked out any of these, but I was curious about the Battlesaint in the first place anyways. Okay. There we go. So let's see what this realm has in store for us. I have no clue. Conjure elemental. So the prophecy will set your structural humanoids on a path to shadow affinity. Gain souls per turn. I'm sold already. So, units slain or lost. Raise city. Okay. And heroes in the crypt. Okay. Well. Sure. It's a really nice start for us. So, surface start. World seals. Okay, can't have that one. So, yeah. Skeleton reanimation versus soul collection is a real tough choice. But I will go for soul collection because, in all honesty, without souls, skeleton reanimation is pretty...
You have selected an army.
Why is this still... Tutorials. Why are you there? I'm a man who creates tutorials. Stop bothering. Okay. So, cultivator. Huh. Status vulnerability. Shadow affinity. Okay, so we put shadow damage on our dudes. And at the start of the turn, both units heal, dispel. Alright, so they link up to somebody, buff them, and heal the target and themselves. Affinity incarnate. Oh yeah. So... we can't stack that effect for more and more damage. Okay, lots of new mechanics. Let's check out our baseline mechanics of the architects. So, we collect Wonderstone to build monuments that give us affinities. Right. And obviously this culture seems to play a lot with affinities. And we got Earthbreakers as our second tier one. Sweeping charge. Cleaving attack. Incarnate fortitude. Gains HP for that. Surveyor. Okay. Decently small thing. Survey materials. This unit can survey provinces that contain magic materials. Okay. I see. Interesting. Now, what's in the Battlesaint box? So, Cleric. Gain fervor. Status resistance. Versus Paladin. Okay. Mutually exclusive, as I see. Cleric's fervor. Caster loses all stacks and heal. Okay. We generate with this class fervor passively, and with this class only when we land attacks. Then we can Caster loses all stacks of fervor and the target unit gains. So, no action points, no range, lower heal. Action point, higher range, higher heal. And Warrior's Fervor, yeah, this is when the caster uses their fervor stacks for themselves to heal themselves. Alright, so we have a resource that we can spend very differently. Got it. Okay, Rallying Fervor. Grant rally per stack of fervor consumed. Okay. High crit chance. Support abilities grant fervor. Defense mode grants fervor. Interesting. When taking damage. Target friendly unit gains fortune. Okay. It's a very, very powerful buff. Although the cooldown is quite high, it is a free action, so I deem it powerful. Warding Bond. Okay. Damage transfer. It's always a nifty trick. Support abilities heal. Okay, that's also very, very cool. Self-heal on support abilities. Revenge damage when being attacked. Condemnation for the enemy. Steadfastness when we go deado. Yeah, I think we're going to go for a cleric way this run. So, we have tier 2s. Guardians. Nice that we have a few of them. So, Structural Humanoids is probably one of the worst names that I've had for a faction since a while. So, Incarnate Retaliation. Ooh, they deal damage back for that one. Alright. Suffer -1 damage. So we get resistance on these guys against the element that we have on our Affinity Incarnate thing. I really need to check on out how we generate these Affinity Incarnate stacks. Shademaker. Titan Bow. Okay. Extra damage against arch units. Nice. Incarnate Shot. Weakening with an AoE. Ooh. But they don't have any extra interactions with those incarnate stacks. Relatable though, because they already have extra damage for. Good night, poet. See you soon. Rest well, mate. I've had that several times lately too, being dead tired, so I can totally relate. Okay, so let's see. We have the Surveyor on the duty thing. Magi Textural Archive. Knowledge income. Okay. Great Ziggurat. Alright, then we can make these guys happen. And Ascended Gardens. Shouldn't we get another unit? Ah well, I'll see it when I get there. We will start with the workshop. Then let's see, up there's a road. As per usual, I really want to know where we can set up our next city, so let's see what we can do about that. A tight spirit. Good. So, let's send my hero down this road. the tight spirit down that road. There's a monster den. And my troop stack down that road. We could be splitting up the troop stack now even further, but I'm not in the mood for extreme power gaming tonight. Keeping things nice and simple, that will be good enough for the AI. Aqueductum. This is for sure the neighboring free city. Let's take the risk. Yes. +6 allegiance immediately. Okay, so we already know that there is a city over there, which means that direction is now much less attractive than a moment before. Sleeper's Sanctuary. Okay, I actually am already convinced that I want to build something in the vicinity of this. No magic materials, though. Nothing except for the wonder? Posh. Usually you find at least something in the vicinity of a wonder. No, instead we're receiving a hostile city. Dang. Alright, talk about good neighborhood. So, yeah. That is rather unusual. Mangrove forest. Okay. Very unfavorable start, so to speak. Haunted graveyard over here. Yeah, well, we can build one city here and grow it into this direction. Colosea, though, must be growing into that direction then. Ah, well, let's do it. It's the best thing that I can come up with right now. There we go. So, we got everything sort of ideal, except for that location. It really bothers me that these two cities will be so close together. But, yeah. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Okay. Whoops. Played too much Rimworld lately. So that is the yeah, that's the proper perspective. Saying this because holding the middle mouse wheel is the way how you scroll around in Rimworld, and yeah, in this game you rotate your camera this way. Okay. So we have 2 scouts now rolling. Do I have one of these supporters already? No. So usually I go for an extra scout immediately. But in this scenario, I'll make an exception to my rule because I want to have a tier 1 supporter. It's a pretty new thing to have tier 1 supporters. Usually support starts a lot later. Okay. Can't enchant anything. Let's see. I meant to... Okay. So. Saving in advance because I have no clue how my character class and my faction interact here. Supposedly this will be a super easy fight. Actually, got no clue. Okay, so But with so many tier 2 units at my disposal, this should be pretty easy. So, a couple of wargs. Let's see. Now they can only hit my frontliners. Let's keep it like that. Bang. This is exactly what I wanted. So, interestingly enough, our faction is all about summoning things. Summoning elementals, so I can already foresee that this faction will have really interesting options with elemental summoning builds. Yeah, obviously we're dealing extra damage because we got this affinity enchant thing. I haven't fully understood yet how it works, but we'd be getting there. So got no clue where these stacks come from yet. I don't like it, but we'll get past it, I guess. All right, let's use the summoned unit to provoke the retaliation attacks, so my hero doesn't get wounded. And then try to hit these guys. Jungle environment is a little bit ungrateful. Bam. For archery, with all the brushes and what and all. Okay. The Conjured Elemental was a real power card right off the get-go, right off the bat. It's a pretty cool thing. So we got that one, so we want Forester next. Don't have that many options for Foresters though, sadly. Hey, let's take the pastures. They'll make my city grow faster. And the Magi Textural Archive, because it's knowledge and production points. So, really good. Okay, Outpost will now transform into a city. Aye. That's a lot of infestations everywhere. Dang. Incarnate Mark. Okay. Definitely need that. Resilient Incarnation. No, okay. Let's get back into our territory. Alright. Let's buy that guy here and train another surveyor. And I think I will attract some population here even to get myself something like that. Architect Institute. Okay, so we need that Wonderstone to get that affinity incarnate on all the troops. I see. Okay, but since I'm so filthy rich, I'm going to go for that tier 2 town hall now super early. Might be a tad bit of a greedy approach, but whatever. So, Houndmasters there. Had a bit of trouble to discern what I'm against, but yeah, okay. Okay, so we're going to go like this. Bam. Slam. I bet that this doesn't reach that far. Okay. Oh, can create some affinity wall by linking us. Just realized. Okay, but that linking, as nice as it is, the tier 1 cultivators really are very, very vulnerable dudes. Sheesh. Okay. Here we go. Ah. We haven't killed them all yet. Okay. Another 70 gold. Getting quite rich here. So. So, 3 turns we can recruit our next hero. So, I want to be a little bit more careful. Ooh, yeah, give me mana. Then you shall pass. And while we're at it, let's just recruit another surveyor. It's hard to have too many of units like these. Okay. Let's go quick save. That sounds like a good idea. Let's see what auto combat can do. Suffer a lot of damage. I don't really agree with what I see there. I have a hard time imagining that this was the best that we can do. For reals. Okay. So, let's see. I want my ice elemental right in your back. Slap, slap, slap. And it shall slappeth. There we go. Let's go into defense here. Big nasty AoE. So currently, only the Tide Spirit is suffering. I think I'm doing a better job than the AI, but Well, as if that is really a hard thing to do. Let's guard ourselves. Oh yeah. Just necrotize that guy away. That's a lot less damage on my troops. Don't know why. Pangaea. Okay. Ugh. I don't know what I am thinking about these new Tier 1 supporters. They do die like flies. On the other hand, their skill's really cool. Yeah, you guys... They didn't need to take it that... literal. With the dying like flies part, you see. What's my plan for late game? Giveaway asks on YouTube. I don't know yet. In all honesty, it's my very first rodeo with these guys. I don't even know what we're gonna be capable of or not. So, the only thing that I do know for sure is that I want to try out the new undead things that we have available, because there's a couple of really nice new things. New undead units, undead titans, and the whole undead mechanic and eligibility has been reworked in a very, very exciting way. Okay. Them gargoyles, man. Hitting like trucks. I mean, at the end of the day, I wouldn't be minding if the Tide Spirits would be killed. They don't really have any deeper meaning in my strat. I just picked them up out of a cage. That was it. And that's been the entire strategy pod here. Okay. So, knowledge for heroes. I should have went the other way around and researched other things first, but you know, whatever. These guys cannot heal directly. So this is something sorta bothersome. You don't have real healers. For starters, at least not. I'm gonna hold back my gold a little bit so I can hire a hero next. And I'd say we're gonna be cleansing that thing. Ooh, Crack will send a war party. Maybe the 100 Imperium were not so badly spent as I thought. Ah. Let's see. Auto combat. Come on. Get lost. Can't be there. Must be joking, man. I mean, I am well aware of the fact that spiders have some seriously nasty things going on, and higher tier spiders just flip and jump. But, yeah. Which higher tier spider survive? Okay. Okay. Initial problematics survived. I really do like the discount Zephyr Archer that we got. And there's one thing I do like about the cultivators, and that is the fact that they passively heal people. This is, as a matter of fact, stupidly strong. Because that link to healing that we got there does not require the supporter to do anything, and as far as I understood it, this is an effect that doesn't wear off. So we get a low payoff out of that per turn. So let's see, and we can only link one person at a time. Not too surprised about that, but I had to try it out. There's always this category of things that I need to try out if they really work this way, even if it clearly looks as if it would. Doesn't necessarily mean automatically that it does. Okay, here we go. A pony mount, that's all. I mean, a pony mount is pretty cool and all, but it's also just a pony mount. Anyway, we're gonna go for a shrine. The Architect Institute would require things I got already. Let's go for a farm. So, Elementalist, yes please. Okay. I don't want to be that tired. There we go. Bothering me a ton. Well, sorry guys. Had my Pathfinder group today. Playing Crown of the Kobold King. You know that, don't you? That might ring a bell. But either way, I don't know. DMing is to me one really, really exhausting task. How's it to you, fellow DMs? You feel like that as well, like me? Really curious. So heck yeah, we are totally lucky here, having such a cheap nemesis that early on, because that's, as a matter of fact, really good for us. Let's see. Come on, auto-resolve. Why you hate my shield guy so much? Right, what is that? Blastification. 1 hex radius, range. Okay. Oh, whoopsie. I should have linked already. Dang. Right now, the AI is bullying my hero. But that's about it. I'll give them a nice pack of elementals into their face. So admittedly, I find that really, really strong. The culture I'm playing right now, I mean. Oh no, you killed the Tide Spirit, you monsters. Since these were freebies after all, I don't mind about the fate of freebies too much. Yeah, well, sort of sad that I lost the water elemental, but meh. Look at us. That's more than worthy replacements. And I am being generous here with picking up what I do pick up. Okay. So we got now the Tome of Necromancy as our basic. Necromancy is always very, very hungry in terms of mana. So let's go Tome of Faith.
When faith fuels the embers of one's
Lesser Light Spirit.
it is like a soothing balm upon soul.
Staves of Mending is really good for this faction. Should be, I guess. Probably want to be that realistic here at the same time. So yeah, Architect Institute. How not to want that. Magic Origin base unit base upkeep is decreased. This is also so darn powerful. Sorry, guys. I'm enjoying myself so much, but I'm also so darn tired. I hate it. You have that sometimes too? So we, by the way, can by now move several troop stacks at once. Big new. Alright. So let's watch that replay. There's Blast. Archers go frontlining. Our auto-resolve. What a bloody mess you are. But with any Necromancy game plan, it is quite lovely that due to the fact that skeletons are so cheap, you are always pretty much able to just let your skeletons frontline, and things are okay. Yeah, Banksy. I've also heard that sleep is important, but, you know, meh. Can't be that good if I consider that every bad person out there sleeps too. Doesn't convince me. So, we got... Oh, that was a quest, actually. Shade Makers. Ooh, yet another archer. With the formidable hunter trait. Yes, please. Alright, I want to conquer Crackwell, so I won't be spending too much Imperium there, so yeah. Sadly, the only free cities that we know of. Oh yeah, there's one more thing that I wanted to do. Teach my scouts to swim. Hello, Mr. Giant Dude. I mean, tonight's run will be all over the place, because I'm mostly after just finding out what works for me and what doesn't. So, yeah. Dang, can't build a research post. So many good things in Archon. Blessed fields. Okay. So in scenarios like these, where just lose some skeletons, I channel a very easy mantra. Skeleton in, skeleton out. You see, here's to me no bigger reason not to just accept that sometimes you lose a couple of them dudes and sometimes you get to keep them. It's fine for me. So, signature skills. Yeah, extra damage and flanking always has been an evergreen to me. Okay. Now with blessing. Yeah, let's go for that incarnate mark. Since I now have more and more undead troops, this becomes more and more interesting and important as well. Yeah, give me those staves of mending, man. I take Faithful Whispers. Let's go here for the Wizard Tower Foundation. Palisade walls have been finished. Let's go for more research. And officially go into negative mana upkeep. But that is just happening. It's a normal thing to me. No, guys. We're gonna be keeping your relative here. An accursed ogre. sure. Why should I say no to reinforcements? Yeah, Marshall, or Marshall? I don't know how to pronounce that, C. Anyways, yeah, it is a little bit anti-intuitive that you can't go Shadow and Order at the same time, but yeah, you can. Let's see. Auto-resolve does take it with just one Skeleton Warrior loss. Dang, that's good. Let's watch that replay. I hardly believe that I can do that much better. Sick. So I'm so hyped about the changes for Necromancers out of a very simple reason. Necromancy books have been, in my opinion, improved all over the board. Not only do we now have unit enchantments working for archers as well as for mages, so Necromancy is now working a lot better for archer-centric cultures like feudal and barbarian. All of these cultures, which were previously a little bit kept away from from Necromancy, now have all the tasty ranged upgrades also work for archers and skirmishers. This alone is a huge thing. It sounds like not much, but due to the fact how the game is woven, it actually does mean a lot. Anyways, the other thing is that now bone horrors, the things that you can reanimate, no longer do require a certain tier of enemies dying. They grab together the tiers of the enemies until they have 4 tiers, and then you can resurrect the bone horror out of that. In short, we can now resurrect more bone horrors than ever before, because we can now tinker them together out of the leftovers of our enemies. Very good stuff. And bone dragons finally hatch out of tier 4 enemy units, no longer tier 5s. Huge changes. On top of that, we have a couple of really excellent new undead troops, and Archon Prophecy has brought also a new Necromancy tome. So many good things. So seeing this fight as it evolves, I'm not sure if I'm not able to do that myself better. This is just what are they doing? Sorry, this is just painful to watch. Dear AI. So I'll keep it anyways. Dismissing these, I have enough skeletons already. Alright. For my throne city, I want next tavern, so their unhappiness problem resolves a little bit. So we got several different schools that we can now follow. Interesting. Sundering Magic, Withering Magic, Elemental Gateway, some adjacent damage spell, Elemental Echo, Amplified Magic and Defense. This is definitely something that I want to have. Yeah, we want this one. Okay. Alrighty, Crackwolf. so much. Alright, so these guys have a slot for a there, I thought I'd get another Whispering Stone out of that, but I don't. Oops. Okay, now that is a cool area piece there. Wow. Landmark system of the game is so dope nowadays. Really, really enjoy that one. Okay. Where's that clover thing? Okay. I'll be moving my scout there now manually and see how that'll work, because I'm curious. Because that Wonderstone surely sounds like something that you want to have tons of. Okay. Building speed currently is beyond bonkers. Alright. I don't know why that war party, though, is so after my scouts, or whatever they are after. I honestly don't know. Okay. So, Quarter Whispers. That's what I've been looking for. Whoa. So this is not a landmark? Hard to believe. Question heritage. It's just a new icon for the quests popping up. No, is it really no new troops, or did it just not? Ah, here. Architect. Conjure Order Tesseract. Healing and light of the other thing. Okay. I would have been surprised if that would have been the first faction to have no tier 3 unit. That's why I found it too ridiculous to be true. Okay. Yeah, skeleton in, skeleton out, like I said. Frost-like influence. So independents are automatically Frostling influenced. Very interesting. Definitely gonna recruit that White Witch. Now they're going to go into the main. You filthy buggers. There I thought that my neutral friends would be just killing them. I was wrong. So here. Banshee is finally an undead unit. They moved the Banshee to the Necromancy Tome and the Corrupt Soul to the Doom Herald Tome, which I personally find absolutely smart changes. Oh, Marcus, I didn't do many playthroughs myself for this game, because as with many 4X games, I suffered that same old problem on and on, that a single playthrough just takes so long, and work-wise, it doesn't pay off for me. As much as I would like to do it, finishing a game is taking so long that I could finish so many other projects at the same time. It's a really problematic situation for me. I would love to provide, but yeah. Man's gotta eat. My family too. That's the problem. But I'll see what I can do now with these regular streams. I knew this would happen. Ah, yeah. Crappy units died. I don't mind. We lost a freebie and a skeleton. Skeleton in, skeleton out. It's great. It's one of the things that I really, really feel like is a stupidly powerful little move that you can't do with the Necromancy. Affinity in general. So I just realized that we can't just annex or take over one friendly city. So I figured, you know what, we're just going to go for a friendly recruitment there. So, Bone Horror Reanimation, done. Feast of Souls, not so much what I wanted, but the convent is good. Okay. Oh. So let's grow that city a little bit. No. Mm-hmm. Well, Planetfall was not before my time going into Age of Wonders, so it was one of those games that I really wanted to play, but I never got it to. So with all the Whispering Stones, we're very, very much on a good trajectory, knowledge income wise. This is something that I realized about this faction too. They are really, really wealthy in terms of knowledge income. They have 2 buildings that go well with knowledge income. And yeah, that alone is already a nice advantage they got. Oh, a new one has started. Nice. Yeah, Banksy. This game is really amazing, but it just eats up so flippin' much time. You know? I only earn money for real if I make and create guides. Gameplays nowadays, I feel like way too many content creators have the freedom to just create as many gameplays as they want to. I don't know. Maybe it is just a genre that is just not as revenue strong as other ones, but I don't even want to complain. I love what I do, and I'm happy that I can do what I want to do so much each day, and overall, not everybody is lucky like me to be able to earn their money with what I do. Anyways, let's fight back those guys. And take a good alignment decision. This is very, very fun. You can even play a good aligned Necromancy faction. Thanks, Dr. Banksy. I do my best. I really love doing guides. I hope I didn't bring it across wrongly there. This is... I don't know. I'm one of these people. I like helping other people. And therefore, making this stuff is really making me happy too. And earns me some money on the side. So, auto-resolve did not resolve this fight well at all, but I already can't imagine why. When troop stacks are ordered like they are here, this is always the worst for the AI, because the AI only stupidly walks forward and just... yeah. Lesser light spirits are such cool units. We got now battle magey elementals with a really kick-ass healing spell. And eventually, they transform to real light elementals. Healing for 60 HP. Wow. It's a big number. Okay. Let's move our guys together here. And wait yet another turn. Whoa, what did they do? Rending shadows, I see. Looked more spectacular than it hurt our troops. So let's see. Link people. this guy about? Firebolts, Saints, whatever. Okay. Ich gehe mit Nisha nochmal nach dem Stream runter, ne? Musst du dich nicht kümmern. Mach ich schon. Okay. I start to understand why things were going that bad as they were there. Okay. So one thing that I do notice about the architects, they do feel flimsy, sorta. These guys are just extremely well defended against ranged attacks, and therefore... Wollt ihr? Wollt ihr bitte im Schlafzimmer oder... Hier glaube ich nicht. So... Can now use that elemental gateway skill for the first time. Yeah, obviously this living shadows thing is a real big problem for our faction. Most of our attacks are ranged, and it does seem to impede my damage dealing massively. So... I'd say we're going to go and necrotize these guys, do the channeling ritual, and summon a hero into their summon an elemental into their backline, so their archers are not as capable of hurting us. Yeah, so clearly this Living Shadows shenanigans is the problem there. Okay, we can't freeze somebody. There we go. So backliner's frozen, and let's see how this play out. Okay, so we lost so far Skellies. Wow, that whole Living Shadows thing's so nasty. My dudes are constantly not able to deal damage. This is really big. But like I said, so far we only lost skeletons, and these are really not a big problem at all to lose. No, not like this. Oh, jeez. Okay. Okay. I think I won't be able to finish the fight that I want, the way I want to finish it, but it's still gonna be a lot better than the auto-resolve. But considering now that these guys are gimping my ranged attacks so hard, I definitely am considering to just piece with them eventually, and not try to conquer these guys too hard, because I have that feeling that it might be really harder than I like it to be due to the way that these guys are woven. So here's a nice trick. My zombies, they attacked, and now they go for a rotting explosion after the attack. They were just temporary units, and with rotting explosion, you do need to explode somebody. You can't just not kill somebody with that one, but power is there, and it's really, really nice. Okay, 2 skeletons last. That's better. That's more like in the spirit of skeleton in, skeleton out. Alright. We could grab ourselves so many troops here. This is always quite amazing what undead can do. Alrighty, but my dear friends, I'll be tuning out a little bit earlier today. I'm very sorry for the short stream, but I am quite tired, and it's been a long day on my end. The build here, don't get me wrong, it sucks, because I had no clue what I'm doing, and we're going to go for the next stream for something that is going to be a little bit more efficient, a little bit more thought through, but I really wanted to get today into that burst impression stream of this new DLC, which, I mean, the new culture is quite different from things that we've done so far. But they are also pretty interesting, and I think I only scraped the tip of the iceberg so far. Anyways, thanks everybody for the nice company. See you all next time. And if you want to support my work, feel free to drop on by at Ko-fi. This is the best site to make sure that your money lands directly with me and is not being deducted by other third parties.